Welcome to the Mugiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. In today's video, we're delving into the latest and arguably one of the most thrilling chapters yet, Chapter 1100. Brace yourselves for an in-depth analysis of Kuma's emotional journey and the jaw-dropping revelations that unfolded, especially his mysterious visit to Foosha Village. Chapter 1100 of One Piece just came out, and it was definitely one of the most exciting ones in the Kuma flashback that fans have seen so far. There was a lot of feeling in this part, which showed Kuma and what he did to keep Bonnie safe. As expected, Kuma has shown himself to be a great figure. It gets easier for his fans to love him with each new chapter. Most of One Piece Chapter 1100 was about Kuma joining the Shichibukai and slowly turning into a robot. The shocking ending of the chapter, where Kuma was seen coming toward Foosha Village, shocked all of the fans. Part 1. How Kuma became a Shichibukai. At this point, every One Piece fan knows that Kuma is a Shichibukai. The first time Kuma was shown in the story, he was part of the 7 warlords of the sea. Fans were not surprised when Kuma was turned into a Shichibukai in the scene. However, the events that led to this were definitely interesting. Fans have thought for a long time that Kuma would have joined the Shichibukai if Dragon had given him a task or if he wanted to learn more about the world government. Kuma joined this order, though, because he had no choice. Kuma would have to join the 7 warlords of the sea and have his memories erased in order to heal Bonnie. This would make sure Kuma didn't betray them later in the story, which shocked a lot of fans. Saturn brought all of this through, and fans know that Saturn plays a big role in the final saga One Piece, especially in the Egghead Island arc. To save Bonnie, Kuma quickly accepted this offer and joined the order, which also helped him find a cure for his daughter. Part 2. Kuma's visit to Foosha Village. Kuma also went to Foosha Village in One Piece Chapter 1100, which was the most shocking thing in the chapter itself. As soon as Bonnie's sapphire scale disease was gone, she was sent back to the Sorbet Kingdom, while Kuma stayed on Egghead Island. As a part of the 7 warlords of the sea, the world government also hired him to do many jobs across the seas at this time. Fans got to see how the other 7 warlords of the sea reacted when Kuma was accepted into the group. What made things even stranger was that Kuma was said to be a very loyal Shichibukai member. Most of the time, none of the Shichibukai paid attention to what the world government said. Still, Kuma was supposed to be the government's individual. Fans saw how people around the world reacted to the news, and it turned out that Kuma was in the East Blue for some reason. Fans got a better look and saw that Kuma was near Foosha Village when the world government called him and gave him a task. The story didn't say why Kuma was there, but there could be more than one reason. Part 3. Why Kuma visited Foosha Village. Since there have been no hints about Kuma's connection to Foosha Village, it is hard to guess why he came to this island in the first place. Fans enjoy making guesses about these kinds of things, though, and there are some things that can help them figure out why he was there in the first place. One possibility is that Kuma was just looking for islands to take Bonnie to. To do this, he could have gone to the East Blue and been sailing by Foosha Village. It's possible that Dawn Island caught his eye. He would have liked to go there with Bonnie. Even though this is a good idea, Kuma should not go to Foosha Village, where Luffy is. It's interesting to note that Dragon never told anyone that Luffy was his son. Even Ivankov didn't know that Dragon had a kid. But when Kuma first meets Luffy in Thriller Bark, he already knows that Dragon is the father of Luffy. This means Kuma knew about this a long time ago, even before Ivankov. It's possible that Kuma has known something about Luffy from the beginning. This information could not have come from the government, since they did not know who Luffy was at this time. There are only 2 ways for it to get through. It's possible that Garp told Kuma about this, or Kuma himself went to explore the East Blue and met Luffy there. But if Luffy had met Kuma, he would have remembered him because of how strange he looked. In this case, the only possible answer is that Kuma learned about Luffy from someone else and never got the chance to meet him. One more interesting reason Kuma might have been in the East Blue is to look for Nika. Kuma really thinks that Nika will come back at some point in the future, which fans know. Like his father, Kuma thinks that Nika will come one day. He may know more about her than anyone else. Kuma could have found secret information about the Gomu Gomu no Mi, or Nika fruit, because he worked for the government. An awful lot of people knew that Shanks was the one who stole the devil fruit, and everyone also knew that Shanks camped in Foosha Village for a long time. Kuma could have learned this and then gone to Foosha Village to find the person who ate the devil fruit. Shanks was there a long time ago. Another interesting fact is that Kuma got a task from the government while he was in the East Blue. Should this task be carried out in Foosha Village, Kuma is likely to learn that Luffy is Dragon's son. and may even learn that Luffy has the powers of the Gomu Gomu no Mi, which Kuma knows belong to Nika. This could be a huge plot point for the next chapter of One Piece. If Kuma found out that Luffy was actually Nika before anyone else, it would shock all of the fans. In One Piece, things are getting really hot, and as the flashback comes to a close, fans can only sit back and enjoy what looks like the peak of this amazing set of chapters. Summary and highlights. Chapter 1100 of One Piece is about Kuma's past and what he did to save Bonnie. Kuma wasn't chosen to join the Shichibukai, it was part of a plan to heal Bonnie's illness. Kuma's journey to Foosha Village makes people wonder what he has to do with the village and Luffy. It could be a sign that he knows something secret about Luffy's past. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the latest One Piece chapter, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more thrilling content, and ring the notification bell to stay in the loop. Thank you for joining us on this riveting journey through the world of One Piece. Here's to many more years of unraveling the mysteries of the Grand Line together. Until the next video, keep the spirit of adventure alive, and may your favorite theories become reality. Thank you very much for visiting the Mugiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. We hope you enjoy our funny sketch videos and anime reviews. Don't forget to subscribe to continue joining us on our joyful journey in the world of anime. If you have any wishes, questions, or suggestions for our next videos, feel free to express your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for your support, and until we meet again. See you next time, buddy. What is One Piece anime? One Piece is a manga and anime story about a young boy named Monkey D. Luffy who wants to be the king of the pirates in the world. As a child, he eats a devil fruit, a strange plant that makes him able to stretch like rubber. Before the show starts, Luffy goes out into the world for the first time and starts to gather a group of pirates. The main group grows over time, but it starts with Luffy, Nami the Navigator, and a swordsman named Roronoa Zoro. At some point, Luffy and his friends are known as the Straw Hat Pirates, and they go on many exciting adventures across the ocean. One Piece is a lot of fun because it's silly. Luffy goes from island to island around the world in the series. Each island has its own setting and theme. It's a pretty fantastical world full of animals that look like people, live skeletons, and other delightfully strange things. Within moments the group is in a winter scene, and the next they are on a tropical island full of giants. The show is full of silly and bright details. For example, Zoro holds a sword in his mouth, a scary military boss wears a cute bulldog hat, and people don't use phones to talk to each other instead. They use special transponder snails that can send and receive messages. Luffy is a carefree person who just wants to eat a tasty meal and laugh at bad jokes. Even though there are some funny parts in the series, a lot of One Piece is about freedom. During his travels, Luffy often takes up guns to help his friends and encourages others to do the same against pirates and government-backed military occupations. The characters in Luffy and his crew get stronger with each fight, which is typical for shonen manga. A lot of the story is about how Luffy beats a problem that seemed impossible to solve and finds some kind of secret power. After each fight, Luffy and his team get stronger and move closer to his main goal, which is to find the One Piece. Why is it called One Piece? The first part of both the manga and the anime shows that Pirate King Gold D. Roger is telling the truth about the mythical wealth called the One Piece. One Piece is the name of the show because Luffy wants to find the One Piece and become the next Pirate King. One of Luffy's main goals in the show is mentioned in the show's title. What is the One Piece? The answer to this question is still one of the biggest secrets in the series. It's been more than 1,000 episodes, and we still don't know what One Piece is. We know that the One Piece is the name of the treasure that Gold D. Roger collected on his travels because of details in the manga. We still don't know a lot about the treasure, though. There are a lot of ideas from fans about what the One Piece is, but we still don't know what it is or even if it's real. The One Piece could just be the friends Luffy makes along the way.